Ahoy toy! Welcome to Transfixed, the channel that is physically isolated and loving it. So tonight we're going to take a look at my custom Jinx figure, because it's been a while since I did a video. Sorry for that. Things have just been really busy at the Transfixed household, but I put together this quick little custom because I was reading the G.I Joe comics lately, the old Marvel run, which is still awesome to this day. I mean, not the new ones so much, but the old classic ones that are collected in IDW volumes. And there's a cool scene that I liked where Billy, his mother, Billy, if you don't know, is the son of Cobra Commander in the Marvel comics, and his mother shows up in the later issues around issue 80, 84, something like that. And what's more dangerous than Cobra Commander? That's right, Cobra Commander's ex-wife. And she comes into the base of the Joes, and who is there but Jinx? Jinx in her military uniform, which we rarely get to see. I love it when once in a while you get to see the Joes in a straight-up army olive drab military uniform. Especially Jinx being a ninja figure, you don't see her dressed like that. She's usually wearing her red pajamas, and that's pretty cool. It's sort of a visual reminder that, oh yeah, this is a military outfit. And she's literally wearing her military outfit. So I just get a kick out of that stuff. Just gives some realism, I guess, or verisimilitude. It's a good way of grounding the fantastical things of G.I. Joe back to reality a bit. And I don't know, I just happened to get the idea that I could do this custom. So the body, it's very easy to do, of course. The body is from Agent Peggy Carter from the Captain America 2-pack. And I thought, you know what, Jinx's head is probably not going to be hard. I'm sure I can find a short-haired head from the Marvel Legends series. And Jubilee. Jubilee was the donor. I'm so happy to have this proper Jubilee, by the way. This was a figure I was waiting for. So I'm glad we finally got this figure. Now she comes with two heads. One is this one with the glasses actually down over her eyes. But I wanted the glasses on her, but not covering her eyes. The other head was this one, which actually had a bubblegum bubble sticking out of it, like this. Now, that one had come a bit loose, but it was still there. And what I decided to do was to keep this neutral-faced Jubilee. Sorry, I'm going to get confused saying Jinx and Jubilee, so that's why I'm pausing. Jubilee head, and I just used a heat gun to heat up the glasses so that I could bend them. You could just move these up, and there's enough forehead space there. Because in the comics, sorry, not comics, in the animated Fox cartoon series, which is what this is based on, I think, or at least the Jim Lee art that inspired it. Usually, most of the time, her glasses were on, but not covering her eyes. They were on like this. So I heated it up, put this up into place, and then cooled it down with spritzing some cold water on it, and now this is the way I like it. And the other thing was that freed up this head for Jinx. So the problem with this head is that she's blowing a bubble, and instead of having the so you have to pick. You get the idea. You have to pick. Do you want bubblegum or do you want glasses? There's separate glasses that you can put on this head, but anyway, I wasn't really interested in having the bubblegum blowing Jubilee, so I used this head. Now the problem was she's got that, the mouth is a little bit puckered, right? So I did just twist the bubble until it came off, and then there's just a bit of pink plastic there that I just cut off with my handy dandy hobby knife. So you just have to carefully cut from the bottom, cut from the top, just to get that wedge shape, without damaging the mouth. I was able to cut off the extra plastic, and then I just painted her mouth with some glossy red paint, just to give her, the lipstick look. Now, I also tried to put in, I tried to put black in the middle of the mouth at first. Oop, lost my focus here. And then I tried white, to see if it looked like an open mouth or there's teeth in there. Neither of those looked right. It looked best if I just painted the whole thing red, so it looks like she just has these full lips. In the comics, it didn't quite look this exaggerated. It looked more like she had sort of skin tone lips, just the way they colored it, But I thought this kind of hid the expression a bit better. So this just looks like she has a full pouty smile. And now the head did not fit quite right. The head actually sat too high, so the ball joint, it did kind of fit. They were close enough to the right size, but the ball sat pretty high, so the head was up about here, which did not look right. Sitting like that, looked rather giraffe-necked and strange. And Maybe if she had some 80 shoulder pads, that would have been okay. Anyway, so again, just using the knife, I just cut this down. Now, I wanted to have the joint still on there so that she didn't have to have the head sitting on the neck. That would have been too low. So I just basically sliced the top off and then sliced chunks off around the circumference of it so that it's rounded. Hope you can see that there. And just cut that into a shape that was kind of like a, like a muffin shape, and a little bit of trial and error, slowly working it down until it was about the right height, and it pops on, similarly to a regular head. As long as it's sticking up here, let me demonstrate. A little bit of wiggle. This way she retains her head posability. Okay, it doesn't quite click into place like a regular ball joint, but I think that's a pretty good natural neck height for her. I think it looks normal. Like I said, took a few attempts to get there. Maybe I could fix a bit of that paint that's rubbed off, but I think that looks pretty good. That's close enough to me. It looks human. And she does really need a stand, because these Marvel Legends figures, especially the female ones with the tiny feet, don't want to stand up very well. You can kind of give her like duck feet, just point them out, but she'll stand if she has something to lean up against. But yeah, the stand goes a long way. Now, the only thing is, in the comics, she had kind of a mullet thing going on. I was wondering how to extend the hair. If I found maybe a Black Widow figure, or someone that has a short hair, like a bob, not a bob, but a bit of hair on the back that I could probably cut some hair, glue it on here, fill it in, paint it. I don't think I want to do that though, because I'm probably going to screw it up. I mean, blending one piece of hair into another piece of hair is probably beyond my abilities, to be honest. But I think this looks close enough. From the front, maybe we could say it's a modern update. But the important thing is she has the short hair and the little floopy flop. It looks pretty cool to me. It looks pretty glamorous, pretty 80s glamorous. I mean, this passes for a good modern hairstyle too, I think. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's close enough to her Marvel Comics appearance. And Jubilee, I believe, is of at least partially Asian descent. I think she's a mix with some Asian features, and yeah, looks pretty good to me. There are not a lot of characters to choose from for the attributes I needed, but I think that's pretty close. And of course, now with their modern, now with 6-inch G.I. Joes, this was the time to do it. I only have a couple. Those figures are very hard to find, at least in Canada. So I've got Snake Eyes. I managed to find one Snake Eyes in the shop. A couple of Roadblocks. There's a store that sells them, but they jacked the price up, so I don't want to do that. I found Gung Ho in Toys R Us, but he is a monster. He is huge. So, there should be a size difference, but that's how she would scale with the Gung Ho. Snake Eyes in kind of squat pose there, but that's kind of how he'd stack up. So that looks right. And then I've got a Sergeant Slaughter wrestling figure who should be bigger than everybody, so that makes sense. He's even bigger than Gung Ho, which I think is just fine. And then I've got a Fortnite Havoc figure around here somewhere that's my Firefly stand-in, but I don't know. I'm not going to be getting a lot of these G.I. Joe figures. I just don't like these designs. I'm going to hold out and wait to see if they make the classic designs. Snake Eyes is close enough. Gung Ho is okay, but he looks kind of mean. There's something about Gung Ho. It just doesn't look friendly. He doesn't look like a good guy to me. Looks like I don't know. Looks unpleasant. Looks dangerous. I don't like it. I'm gonna get the Destro, I think, and the Cobra Commander, but other than that, I'm going to hold off. So, yeah, G.I. Joe is still a bit of a disappointment, but anyway. So, these two can hang out at the base together. Oh, by the way, since this is kind of a short, small video, for the 6-inch Snake Eyes, this is the standard one, not the deluxe fancy weapon version exclusive guy. I just painted the visor silver. I learned that you don't want to use oil-based paints. You don't want to use the enamels. They stay tacky forever. They're sticky. You want to use an acrylic. I didn't have an acrylic, so I should repaint that. And then this gun is from the True Heroes. He doesn't come with an Uzi in the standard Black Series Classified. This is from those True Heroes. Those Toys R Us branded. I guess you can't get those in the States anymore, but we still have them in Canada, luckily. So You can probably get them online still, but yeah, those figures, they're like kind of 5-inch figures with 5 points of articulation, but the weapons are all oversized, and these are, you know, military style weapons for the most part. So I mean, you can get a nice MP5 here, or what do they call it, MP5S? I don't know what that is. You got a SPAS 12 shotgun here, I think, and pistol. Oh, this is the same weapons tree, but here we got a nice FAMAS and some kind of assault rifle there. Flashbang grenades. Oh, look at that, bolt cutters and everything. Use it for Firefly. And I don't remember which kit this came from. I'm sorry, but there's another Uzi. So that's the Uzi that I used for Snake Eyes, of course. Some revolvers in there. So yeah, these are actually a good size. A little too big for 3 3/4, but good size for the 6-inch Joe figures. So if you don't want to pay a lot of money for Marauder Gunrunners or, you know, custom weapons, yeah, try to find some True Heroes kits. A lot of good weapons that I didn't have a use for. Luckily, I held on to them, and these will be good for G.I. Joes. Now I just need a M79 grenade launcher for Gung Ho there. He needs his blooper. So anyway, that is my custom Jinx in uniform. Stay safe, you guys. Thanks for watching.